so tonight we're going to talk about inventory and money management. It is one of the most critical pieces of our business. Would you agree?
Yes.
Yes. And what I find oftentimes is the way you manage your personal money oftentimes rolls into how you manage your business. And if I can give you hope, in the beginning, I wasn't that great at managing my money. I had to learn, but I chose to learn to handle my money properly in Mary Kay. So that's what I want to talk to you all about. The goal is to create a business that delivers the wow experience with products on hand and create wealth through product sales that are residual and wealth through building people's dreams come true. Okay. So we are a product-driven business. It's what we do, y'all. And I love that. I love the fact, though, that we're a product that women want, women need. They love the personal service that we give because we do it on a personal basis. We do it on a private basis. And women trust that. I love that we do that. We have a product line that is consumable. So as we build that customer base, that demand for product gets stronger and stronger. And that's why sometimes you may start your product at one particular level, but as you grow your business, your product has to grow with it because of the demand. I mean, how many of you have a particular product that, you know, if I fall below 5, I'm in trouble?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Already.
I know. Ashley, what's your product? Beach Blonde Cream Eye Color. Megan, what's yours?
Well,
there you go. Exactly. Cindy, what's yours? I make it remember, Karen.
Super.
There you go. Yes. So see, Cindy, we all have that. We got those items that were like, oh my gosh, I'm below 5. Ultimate mascara. Oh gosh, yeah, you can't fall below 5. Satin lips, because it's Beach Blonde. I mean, you do one party, everybody takes it home. Under eye corrector is a big one for me. I show it once, the whole party will buy it. So, you know, you've got to know that. And all of us, if we all brought our inventory in here, it would all look very different. Just because of our customer base and the demand that we have, the age of them, the skin tone range, it's all different. And especially the products that we love are the ones that we tend to sell the most of anyways. So that's all different. But what I want to talk about tonight is really, you know, create good habits from the beginning. And that is controlling our money. Now, what does it need to look like? I mean, the great thing about our business is it's very turnkey. We don't have a lot of expenses. We're not paying for the glass countertop at Dillard's. We don't have rent to pay on our business. We work out of our homes, or for most of us, out the backs of our cars. So, you know, we don't have all those extra expenses. There are expenses to the business. And, you know, it fascinates me when people are like, oh, there's cost to business. I don't know a business that there isn't any cost involved. There's always a cost to doing business. No matter what business it is, there's always a cost to doing business. The great thing with ours, it doesn't cost us a lot. I love the fact that Mary Kay works very hard on keeping like the cost of our samples very inexpensive. They don't want us having to spend all of our profits, our business income, on just keeping our business going. I love the fact that we only have 5 lookbooks a year. We have one for every season and then a holiday book. They come in a pack of 10 for $3.50. You know, that's not expensive. So it's not like we're having to take all of our money all the time and reinvest. So, but really, if you begin this in the very beginning, using the business tracking register, creating good habits, you're never going to get to a point where you can't afford to pay for the preferred customer program. Okay, you can't afford to come to Tuesday night meetings because you don't have $5, right? Y'all, this is your business pays for all those things. Okay, so but we're going to talk a little bit about that. You know, when I look at y'all, I use a business tracking register to this day. It is in my date book, literally. I carry it with me all the time. I still use one because I need to know where my money is at all times and what I choose to do with my money. So the business tracking register, let's see, here's a copy for everybody. Most of you have. This is old fashioned, but guys, it's funny how some things never go out of style. And of course, you can find this on InTouch as well. Just type it in the search bar, business tracking register, and you can print one off. It's an old fashioned checkbook register. That's really what it is. And what I love about it is it incorporates the envelope system. Y'all know what I mean by the envelope system? Everybody's heard of that? That's kind of a phrase I think that probably came from Dave Ramsey, right? Yep, I think he's the one who originally taught on the envelope system. To where, you know, when you're managing a household, you got to know, where's your money coming from, right? How do we pay our bills? How do we keep the lights on? You know, how do we put food on the table? I mean, everyone should know when money is coming in, where is it going out to? So it's the same thing in our business. So let's take a look first at what is the business tracking register. Okay, so I just kind of recreated it right here, and I use one, I just print one off every month. So the start of a month, I print off a brand new tracking register, and this is how I handle my money. And so it kind of looks like this. Let's take a look first at, you know, if you were filling this out, and under reason, I always put, you know, what that money is coming from. So let's say, you know, you just held a skincare class with Sandy, and her class was total, when you added up all those sales tickets, it came to $655.50. All right. Okay. So I'm getting ready to go to the bank. Now I go to the bank on Fridays. I always call it Financial Fridays. That's what I do. That's the day that I go, whatever reason, it's just a habit. But before I go, I need to take my money and separate it out. Now this column, the sales tax column, is an important column to take a look at. So you'll see this column says sales without tax, and that's your subtotal line right there. When you subtotal up before any type of discounts, that goes there. And then your sales tax. Why do we separate out the sales tax? Because that's just kind of a revolving column. All right, it comes in, it goes out, it comes in, it goes out. Because Mary Kay does us a huge favor when it comes to retail sales tax. And we have to charge it because Uncle Sam thinks that anytime we order products from the company, Uncle Sam thinks we're ordering it to sell it. So he's going to get his part. And in most of Tennessee, it's 9.25%. All right, that's what this 5550 is. It's 9.25 of the 600. All right, and so, you know, when we order products from the company, we get to order it at wholesale, but the company figures the sales tax on the retail value of the product. You know, bear in mind too, when you get free products as well with an order, they do add in the sales tax value of that free product too. Again, it's assumed that you're going to sell it. That is not Mary Kay making that decision. That is the IRS making that decision for us, okay? So we can't blame Mary Kay for that. But I love the fact that what they do is Mary Kay will take that $55.50 and they will turn around and pay the state of Tennessee for me. That keeps us from having to have a tax ID number or a business license. Thank you, Mary Kay. That is huge. I would have been kicked out 24 years ago because I would not have filed my taxes quarterly.
And they will come after yourself.
Yeah, they'll come after you. But let me tell you, you know, owning a business before, that's just, they want their money. So Mary Kay does us that favor. We pay for that up front. So then when we're selling to our customers, we charge that sales tax, and that's how we recoup that back. All right. So this is a scenario that when I went to this skincare class with Sandy, I had my products in my car. I delivered them to her. So that means I've already bought the product at wholesale. When I sold it, I charged my sales tax because I had already paid that when I bought the product at $300, right? And then I just recouped it, okay? But now we're gonna work with this $600 right here. All right, so this is how much we're working with. Then you'll notice on the sheet, it breaks it down into 50, 10, and 40. Okay, so of course, we get to buy the products at a 50% discount. We turn around, we buy it for $1, we sell it for $2. We make our $1 back and we profit $1. But what Mary Kay teaches, this is called our 60-40 split. You can look that up on InTouch as well. Where you'll find a lot of this is under the MK University. You'll have a whole scenario there that talks about inventory and money management. All right, so we're going to start first with the inventory column of 50%. That is 50%. We're working with this box right here. Your deposit is 600. So half of 600 is 300. That's how much then when we get home, after we go to the bank and we deposit it, when we get back to our house, we go to place that order once that money is in there. We take 300 to reinvest what we just sold, okay? One of the biggest mistakes that I watch consultants do is, let's say they start with a 1,200 wholesale, okay? They begin their business with that. 6 months later, if they still have 1,200 wholesale sitting on their shelf, they're not managing their money properly, okay? We don't come into Mary Kay and sit at a level. We come in to build a customer base, right? And the product will grow to support it. Now, you all know, if you've seen my inventory, you know that I carry a full store plus, right? And you'll find a full store, which is 3,600 wholesale, is enough for about 40 to 50 customers roughly. Now, I have a customer base, a solid, strong customer base of 150. All right. So my inventory sits at about 6,000 to 7,000 wholesale. And I'm still every month reordering no less than 1,200 a month. Okay. Why? It just comes in and it comes out. It comes in and comes out. I do the 60-40 split with my money. I most certainly do. I handle my inventory properly. So you've got to be careful. You know, if you start at a certain level, the whole point is that you're reinvesting what goes out. Because some consultants, they'll say, I sold for $100 this week. I don't see the order go in. What are you doing? Where is it? Okay. That I know immediately she's not handling her money right.
She robbed her store.
She totally robbed her store. And y'all, this money, when I'm working with this scenario, I'm working with my business account. This money right now does not touch your personal money whatsoever. You know, let's say this was our week. I just deposited $655.50 on a Friday, and I'm going out of town for the weekend. And what if I deposit that into my personal bank account? When I look at it, my mind says, I've got $650 I can play with this weekend. What if I spend it all? And I go back, and I want to do business again next week, and I had sold every underwrite corrector at that party, and I have no money left to reinvest. That's called embezzlement. Fortunately, in Mary Kay, we don't get arrested for that like other companies. But y'all, we have to handle our money properly. So automatically, when you sell product, it is to come back onto your shelf. We don't start at a 1,200 and dwindle down to 600. We don't do that. The point is that you're right where you are and you're building it as your customer base grows. So we've got our 300. All right. That's what we turn right around and we reorder the products. I literally sit at my computer with my sales tickets and I just go just like this. All right. Oh, she ordered. Here's four underwrite correctors, 4 underwrite correctors. I go right in and whatever's on those sales tickets goes right into my order. Okay. All right. Now, sales tools at 10%. All right. This column is designed to run your supply part of your business. Notice it's 10%. You don't always have to order 10% in sales aids in every order. I don't need $60 worth of sponsorship applicators, lookbooks, samples. No. So you don't always have to spend that in every order. Now, what else comes out of this column? Another thing that I like to take out of that column, I like to take 5% to put towards the preferred customer program. I love what Ashley always says about the preferred customer program. If someone buys one item from you, she should get a lookbook from you. Why? Because that one item, even if, what's the less expensive thing in our, let's see, a pack of sponsorship applicators. How much is that? $2. $2. There you go. $2 retail. We got to buy that for $1. If that's all she bought, a $2 item, which we never had that happen, but if she did pay for her lookbook for 70 cents, right? Because the preferred customer program cost us 70 cents per name, right? And we all have those situations that someone may not be a great big buyer in the beginning, but as your customer service with her continues and she continues to stay in touch with you, she will become a very good customer or a team member. I mean, you never know. We've all had those scenarios. So, understand that as you're growing your customer base, it's important to grow that customer service. And so sending them that lookbook 4 times a year through the preferred customer program, it's going to come out of that. So almost figure 5% out of this column to pay for my preferred customer program. So this is a column that you're going to keep a balance running all the time, okay? All right, and then we have business income at 40%. All right, $240 is in there. What happens in this column? Okay, we are all business owners. So the first thing you do when you own a business is you got to pay your expenses. Do you know that the average privately owned business takes 5 years before that owner usually writes himself a paycheck. They don't get a paycheck in their first 5 years. Most of those businesses do not last for 5 years. All right, so the good thing is we do get to pay ourselves. This column, you're in control of, totally in control. Now, what can you do with it? What comes out of there? Well, the first thing that comes out is if you've started your business with borrowing money, okay? So either that was you put it on a credit card, you borrowed it from your savings account, you borrowed it from the bank of mom and dad, whatever the case may be. If you owe that initial investment back to something or someone else, that's got to be paid for. Now, I'm going to caution you on this one for a second. I think sometimes I see this, and especially people who don't like debt. All right, now let's define that. This, when you're building a Mary Kay business, it's not considered a debt. You're not in debt for your business because this is something that you can make money today, right? You sell something, you've made money. You know, when people say, and we've all heard them, oh, I tried Mary Kay, I didn't make money. Okay, what I really want to say is, let me ask you 2 questions. Number 1, did you attend trainings? And how many skincare classes or parties did you hold? And did you manage your money with the 60-40 split? 3 questions. They're going to look at you like you just grown a third eyeball. Okay, because I guarantee you the question is, I didn't go, I didn't have very many, and no, I don't know what you're talking about, a 60-40 split. Oh, you would have learned that in training had you gone, right? All right, so y'all, we make money in Mary Kay. It's on how you choose to do with your money, okay? So that business income column, the first thing you pay is, who do you owe money to pay down your business, okay? So let's say you put it on a credit card, and your monthly credit card payment is $80 a month, let's say. Let's say it's 80, okay? All right, so the first thing you want to do is you want to pay that loan out of this column first. You want to get that out from underneath you. What I did, my first party of every month was my loan payment party. That's what I did. So all my profits from my very first party every month, if it was $80, I don't even remember how much it was. Might have been 45. I think it was low. But I made sure my first party just paid that loan immediately. Now, the thing I want to caution you on, let me get back to the debt thing. So many people want to get that paid off quick. You know, let's put things into perspective. The start of Mary Kay business does not cost a lot of money. Even if you started with a full store of 3,600 wholesale, if you go to the bank to begin this business, you're going to be borrowing less than $5,000. Now, let's be a bank right now. Allison, you've worked in a bank before. If someone comes in and wants to borrow $5,000, does the bank go, oh, this is exciting. We have a customer who wants to borrow $5,000. A bank doesn't feel that way. Yeah. And that is not even minimum. So $5,000 to a bank is not a lot of money. Now, I get it. I remember when I started thinking 3,600, well, you might as well have said 36,000. First of all, I couldn't picture what that amount of product could look like anyways. And I remember thinking, 600, holy cow, where am I going to put that in my huge apartment? And $600 sat on one shelf in the linen closet. I'm like, well, with room, I could still put my washcloths on there. So, and that was 24 years ago. I mean, the products have got more expensive, so you kind of get a little less than you did back then for 600. But the thing is, you all, is I never looked at Mary Kay like, oh, I got to get that $600 paid off. No, take time paying it down because you do have other expenses. Your business is going to pay that off. It's going to do it. It doesn't have to be done in the next 2 weeks, you know. So for people who are like, well, I don't have credit card debt. Well, okay, good for you. But we're talking about a business, okay?
It's an asset.
Inventory is an asset. Inventory is an asset. We're a product-driven business. It just makes your life easier. I will tell you, I see the majority of people who quit are the ones who get frustrated because they don't have enough product to go to a party. And so we start the mind game of, I don't want to hold a party because I don't have anything to sell. And the worst thing that we want to say is, I'll have to get that to you. I'll have to get that to you. I'll have to get that to you. Right? So that's why Mary Kay gives us the privilege of having products on hand. It's a privilege. You know, I find other companies that they don't have products on hand. you know what that company does? They're handicapping their sales force. Because if you've ever been to another home-based party and you just order stuff and it takes 2 or 3 weeks to get it in, how many of you've already forgotten about it? You lost that love and feeling and you're like, I ordered that? What in the world was I thinking? What's that? And you have to pay shipping. What's that about? You know, you go to those parties and you're like, I'm going to spend $40. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to spend $40. I'm not spending any more than that. And you're shipping. Oh my word. You end up, then it costs you $65. I'm like, no. And we don't pass that on to our customers. So y'all, if anyone ever says to you, oh, well, I do blah, 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 but I don't have to have product on hand. I just look at them and say, I am so sorry for you. Because, darling, you can make 3 times the amount of money selling what you sell if you can deliver it right on the spot. Here's my card. Call me when you want to make some money, right? So this business income. All right, so $240. So let's just say that our loan payment is $40. Let's make my math easy. So I know that from that column, I'm going to pay my loan payment. So we're going to subtract that $40. It leaves us $200. What else are we going to pay for? When you come here on Tuesday nights, you're $5. That comes out of that column. Any type of events like, you know, fall retreat, career conference, whatever, that comes out of your business income. Also like sales aids, like copies that you make, comes out of business income. So the thing is that you got to have, number one, you get a checking account with a debit card, right? Checking account with a debit card. That's because that's how you place your orders. You're going to use your debit card and everything runs out of your sales account. Okay. So that's critical. Gone are the days of writing everything with checks, and Mary Kay doesn't take checks. So we've got to have a debit card, and most banks will give you that for free. Just you want that kind of account because your money's just flowing in and out of this account, in and out, in and out. Now, so you have that account. I do try to recommend if you get with your sales account, try to use the same bank as you would your personal account, because then you can use just a transfer. Okay. Now, so you have your personal account. So let's say that all you needed to pay this week was your loan payment for $40 and your $5 to come to the meeting. All right. So that takes us down. Now, what are we at? $195 left. What are we going to do with $195? Okay, choices. Now, let's say that you're in a position, well, right now is a great time to talk about the holidays. Okay. The holiday line is now available. And this is the time of the year that I do a stronger investment in my business for product. Okay. So I may choose, instead of taking that $195 and giving that to my family, I may choose that $195 to buy some more holiday stuff. Okay. And the way I look at the holidays is I front load myself during the holidays. I treat myself like I'm the banker. I'm going to loan myself that money. I may take it from another source, may take it from my personal account. It's fine. I'm borrowing the money. I'm getting prepared for the holidays. I'm going to front load it. And then I keep that money separate, my holiday sales. And by the time the holiday's over, I just turn right around and pay myself back. Does that make sense? So when you're in a season like the holidays that you can really max out on making some money, then you might choose, because a lot of our things are limited. So if they go away, they go away. Now, and I want to load up on like pomegranate satin. Okay. So I may choose to do that with my $195. Or if this isn't the holidays, I'm just in a position where I need to grow my inventory. If I find every party I go to, daggone it, I ran out again. Daggone it, I ran out again. Then I may choose to take that $195 and add it right here with that $300. Okay. So instead of just buying $300 to put back on my shelf, I'm going to buy right at about $500 sale. So I can build my inventory that way. You know, one thing I find with most women who come into Mary Kay, most women, when they do, they're paying their bills. Now, they may not have a little extra left over for the fun things that they want, and that is why they start Mary Kay. But for most women, if they can take about their first 90 days of business and take their profits that they make and boost it back into inventory, within 90 days, you can have a full store. And it's completely paid for because you're just taking profits and boosting up inventory. So, it's just like starting a boutique and you're like, okay, well, I'm only going to carry so many numbers of each size. But then in about 3 weeks into my business, I realized there are a lot of size 8s coming in the store. A lot of size 8s are coming in. So I think I'm going to boost up how many size 8s that I'm going to carry. Okay. And so then I may choose to go back to my buyers and say, all right, I know initially I only wanted to order 5 of a size 8, but I think I want to order 8 of a size 8. Okay. So you're going to learn that. You're going to learn that ebb and flow of your business. And so there's some wiggle room with this in this column right here. All right. Now let's also talk about magic dream and magic number, or one of the things we're focused on, of course, is the Grand Club. All right. So because I do feel you got to pay yourself something, you guys. You do. Even if Mary Kay is what you do for fun, it's your fun thing. I don't really need the money. I'm just doing this. No, find something to do with money. If you don't need it, find somebody who does and give it to them. Okay. But what if you're in that position that, and it may not be Magic Dream or Grand Club, you're like, Amy, I need Mary Kay to pay for some utilities. I need to pay for my cable. I need to pay a car payment, whatever. Okay, it is your business. You can do with it what you want. That, again, is where this column comes into play. Be very, very careful diving back into here, okay? Because all it takes is one time and we say, well, I've got $650 deposited and we really need $650 to pay our bills. Guys, you'll shut your business down immediately. Because if you don't have a source to pull it back out of, and sometimes we get in that cycle of we never feel like we're caught up. So I'll be very, very careful of doing that. That is embezzlement. Because we all have the best intentions. I'll just go hold another party and I'll just pay it all back. Does it really ever happen? Because the next thing you know, those $650 worth of bills came back, right? Funny how they come every single month. I don't know what that is all about. But there's another avenue that I want you all to think about. It's my favorite avenue because this is the avenue that builds wealth. And you all know what avenue that is. Team building. Okay. See, the beauty of the business, no pun intended, is it is a product-driven business, but the product is the vehicle that leads us to the people. And I remember, y'all, in the beginning, all I could see was Mary Kay being that fun money for me to buy more shoes. That was it. I didn't need the extra money at all, but I needed some fun in my life. I could see how that could do that. But what I figured out very quickly when I looked at that Applause magazine and I saw women making $30,000 plus a month, I'm like, hold up, that is not selling product. What are these women doing legally? This is crazy. And that's when I realized the value of team building. That's where Mary Kay puts their strongest amount of money towards you all, is you all continuing, all of us, continuing to build our company with consultants. Because this is where Mary Kay puts the most amount of money, because they want to know 50 years from now, we're still in business. Okay? So Mary Kay is very conscious of how they're rewarding us for team building now more than ever before with the Great Start program. Wow, you guys. And here's what I love. I love the fact that with the Great Start program, not only are you getting free products, so as a brand new consultant, you all know in your first 4 months, you get the chance to get a lot of free products. With every 600 wholesale, you're ordering total, not just one time, but you order 200, 300, 100, bam. When you go to check out, they'll say, pick a bundle. There's another $150 free bundle. So when you sell that product, if I sell it right here to Karen for $150, she hands me $150 as $150 cash. Now, that money, again, what do you want to do with it? You could take that $150, you could throw it here if you're wanting to build your inventory. You could do that if you wanted to, or take that $150 and pay a utilities bill. It's your money. Do whatever you want with it, okay? But then, not only do you get free products, but as for team building, guess what else you're getting? Free products. You add a new team member in your every new team member you add in your first 4 months gives you the chance to get another free product bundle. Holy cow. And they're like $150 free product bundle. plus you have the chance to get $50 bonuses plus your commissions. And then when you have 3 active, now what are you getting? $100 bonus and your red jacket, like half price. So, we always say, follow the money trail, follow the price trail. Now, when I saw the benefit, when I looked at the new red jacket bonus, what is Mary Kay saying to us as a sales force? We need more leaders. I got a really interesting text message picture last week and from an Offspring sales director, and she said, wow, this is looking really sad. And it was a picture of the national sales directors listed out in the Applause magazine. That list is getting smaller and smaller because more and more are retiring. Okay, so see what Mary Kay is saying now is, all right, we're losing our leaders as the nationals. We're losing too many. So we're putting our money here at red jacket level to boost up more sales directors, to boost up more sales directors becoming national sales directors, right? So when I saw that, I'm like, I know exactly the direction Mary Kay's heading in. They're wanting us to develop more leaders into their red jackets, okay? And then once you get in your red jacket, the next step up is team leader. The next step up is into DIQ. The next step is into sales director. But what I love, you all, is Mary Kay's not just saying, oh, go do that. They're throwing money at it. Now think about that, you all. In your first, if you're brand new, okay? In your first 4 months, think of the money. And you're still doing this right here. This is what I love. You're still out there rocking your groove, holding skincare classes and facials, selling your product. But Mary Kay is throwing more free products at you to put cash in hand, bonuses, commissions from the company, free products on top of that with team building. So they're wanting to help you build your business, and you're rolling in some cash quickly. So, y'all, that is where then you can really have a lot of fun with these free product bonus bundles with your commissions from the company. Guys, what are you going to do with that money? Now, that money can be your Grant Club money. That can be your Magic Dream money. That's money for Christmas. That's not even including this, your business income. See, if I could just take your mind, your little head, and just pop that little brain right open and just say, absorb, absorb, absorb. Mary Kay's more generous now than they have ever been in our 55 years. And there's going to be a lot of women who are going to take true advantage of it. And we should do that. Take advantage of that money that Mary Kay's willing to give you. Because, y'all, that can make some life-changing decisions for many of us. Really, really can. So I want you to think about that. What was I thinking? Let's tell you all about. Another thing, too, is if you find that you don't have the ample amount of inventory that you need, another thing that I watch is how many orders are placed in a month from consultants. Okay, gotta be cautious of this one because you all know what shipping is. $9.35. Doesn't matter if you're ordering a lipstick or $10,000 worth of Mary Kay. It's one flat cost. But when you're ordering, when you're piecemealing it, a CC cream here, an under eye corrector here, 2 foundations here, every month it's order after order after order after order after order. That bites into your profits. Okay, so that shipping cost, that's another thing that I take out of my business income. Anytime I place an order, I subtract out $9.35 out of my 40%. So you start subtracting that down 10 times a month, like that's gone. All my money. You're putting it into shipping. And like Megan said, we don't pass that cost on to our customers for a reason. It's not expensive. But when you start doing that as a consultant 15 times a month, it gets expensive, right? And y'all, that's just biting into your profits. So watch that really closely. And that is where if you find you're having to do that, say to yourself, okay, self, I'm going to take a little bit of my income and amp up towards my inventory so that I don't have to keep doing that. All right. If you find that you're selling an oil-free makeup remover at every appointment, you're going to need probably 8 to 10 on your shelf at all times. All right. And another thing that you might also want to do is as well, like building your kit. What all do you want to carry to show? Oh my word. I added that up one time. It's pretty fascinating. The products that I take to an appointment. But if they try it, they buy it. So if you find that you're like, oh, I really want a foundation primer in my kit. Well, first of all, you can get all those products for free now as a new consultant. So you throw those into your kit. But you can also take that and say, okay, I'm going to take $40 of my business income with this order, and I'm going to buy some stuff to go in my kit. Or maybe you have 6 mirrors, but I want to do 8 because I don't have to clean mirrors every time I come home, right? So you'll find your rhythm, guys. You'll figure out, how do I want my business to grow? What do you want your kit to look like? Like satin lips. Satin lips doesn't come in the kit, but y'all know, you show it, they buy it. Guess what is a free product bonus bundle? It's in one of the bundles, right? So I love, again, that when you look at those product bonus bundles, Mary Kay was very strategic in what they put in there. One of the things I do recommend is that, like on our closing sheets that we use, that's what your inventory should be built around, are the closing sheets. That's what people see, right? Then you'll find the colors that you want to carry, extra things like that. You're going to figure out your rhythm of that, but really focusing on what is it that they see when I sit down with them. It's that closing sheet, right? So you may not necessarily need every color of every eyeshadow. Not necessary. If you never sell an emerald eye color, you don't have that. Azure. I know. I might sell one a year, and I carry one. That's all I need. But I do know that I have to keep at least 8 hazelnuts on hand because those go, like that. But see, you'll understand and figure out your rhythm of it. But y'all, again, I can't emphasize enough the importance of handling your money properly. And the thing is if you use it yourself, you'll be able to teach it as well. So when you do add those new team members, you can explain this to them, right? Or when they say to you something about money or how do I pay my loan, you're going to, and your product runs the business, okay? That is what runs the business. And no one can ever say you don't make money doing this. Yes, you do. It's just how you choose to handle your money is the problem, right? There it is. If you sell a mascara today, you just made $7.50. That's up to you what you do with that $7.50. Okay. If you go blow it and buy yourself a cup of coffee, well, that's on you. You can't say you didn't make money. You did. You bought a cup of coffee with the money that you made. Okay. It is. It's just all about choices, y'all. That be responsible for your money. Or if you feel frustrated with it, that's where you go to your sales director and say, okay, sit down with me and show me what this needs to look like. And that's what we can help you with that. Yes.
So this makes perfect sense to me if you're doing cash or a check.
Yes. Okay.
And it's going to bank account. Can you talk to us just for briefly, how do you handle this when it's credit card processing? Because there's fees involved.
Exactly. So with credit card processing, so literally that looks like this. So let's say today also I'm going to do a ProPay deposit. And that's what I write. I write ProPay on there. And then I'll write how much that ProPay deposit is. Because, they all add up and that amount is in that. So if I want to go into my ProPay and I need to move some out, I'll talk about how I handle inventory, sales tax, and income. Okay. So ProPay. Let's say it's, I don't know. Okay, let's just do the same amount. $650, $550. Same thing. Okay. All right, so this is how much I have sitting in my ProPay. I'm going to do the same scenario with the numbers split out. Okay, same thing. I'm going to be working with that 600 number right there. And I know 300 goes to inventory. What I do is I leave the $300 and I leave the sales tax sitting in my ProPay. Okay. That just lives in there. I never touch it because when we go to check out, we have the option, do you want to use your ProPay funds? So then I say yes. And then I can look and go, all right, I know I've got $355.50 to go towards my ProPay. Now, you can also if you wanted your ProPay to cover the shipping, then I know, all right, I'm going to leave $9.35 in there too. And like on here, on your business tracking register, you've got a little room to write on it. So, you can make yourself a note. I make myself a note like out to the side, like shipping or whatever. And then too, if I find, well, I do need some sales tools, so maybe I want to use my ProPay for that, then I'll leave $60 in there as well. But one of the things that I do is I do transfer out my $240. Now, I do move that. I have another account. I have a business account that I run a lot of my expenses through, okay? And that I move that 240 out into my business account. Or you may then find that you'll take 240 and put it into your personal. And all you do is transfer to another account. So you can just choose that for transfer funds. And then I'll choose, you can set it up however you want to. So I'll just go and put the routing number and checking account number into which account that I want that to go into. All right, so I do run my ProPay through my business tracking register as well, just so I can split the money out and I can see where it's going.
So do you consider the fees, do those come out of your business income then?
Yeah, they do. Fees come out of my business income.
Mm-hmm. I know the fees aren't a lot.
No,
but
right.
For a new consultant looking at this going, okay, well, I put in $650, $550, but I don't really have that much available because the fees. How do I break that out differently? So I just wanted them to see, you still need the $300 for inventory. Right. You still need the $55.50 for the sales tax. That doesn't change. Right. So then you have to decide between your sales tools and your business income. The fees have to come out somewhere. Don't forget them. Right. Or you're going to wonder why you don't do that.
Exactly. Yeah. Yep. And two, see, all you got to do is print off a report every month as well. That'll show you what your fees are too. And those are all tax deductible, which is nice too. But yeah, I do that. I split it out and put it into. Because here's another thing, y'all, that you can do. Let's say with this business income, this 40%, what if you split it out 20-20? Right? And 20% might be, I want to take 20% of everything that I make and put that towards my magic drink. So if you know that you want to take your family on a trip to Disney a year from now, you can literally take that 40%, split it out 20-20, and create yourself a completely different account at your bank. And all you do is just balance transfer it out. Take 20%. So if you took that 240 and you split that in two, so $120, I know every single week that's going into my little account to go to Disney. And you just go ahead and sock it away. You just transfer it. Right? I just move it right out of my sales account, transfer it. I literally name it on my bank account. I name it like Disney Trip. So when I pull that up, I see it every time, and I just watch that balance grow. So you can do that too. Like we do the sales aid, the sales tools, 10%, 5% for preferred customer program. The other 5% is for your supplies and things like that. So you can take your columns and split those down, except for your inventory. That one never budgets. Okay, but that's kind of fun because the thing is, y'all, like I said, you got to pay yourself. You've got to see that reward, whatever that is. Don't think I can't pay myself till I get my loan paid down. Yes, you can. If you just wanted to surprise your husband with a night out, well, save up a little money and transfer that into your personal account and take him out. Absolutely, guys. This is your business. You can do that. You got to reward yourself, or you grow weary. You don't want to do it anymore. Exactly. You're working, you're not getting any rewards for it that you can actually see.
You take like a picture of you and your husband out, or you taking your kids to the wilderness lodge, because sometimes down the road you might forget that was in fact paid for by your Mary Kay, and you might need to go back through your phone to prove to yourself, I did it once, I can do it again. Absolutely. I paid for a cruise this year, I can pay for a cruise next year. But sometimes in the moment our emotions get the best of us and we feel things, when the fact is you have been using it for lots of lessons for your family. You just haven't written it down or documented it.
Exactly. I mean, paying a utilities bill is not romantic at all. It's necessary. Right. But you got to find something fun at some point to do with your money. You have to, so you're motivated to keep doing it. Yeah. I'm going to tell you all, that's the sales side of the business. That's the product side. Building people, building your team, that's building wealth, you guys. That's where you take it from. You're not looking at $240 to work with. You're looking at, $2,200 a month. You're looking at $12,000 a month. You're looking at $22,000 a month. That's when things change. And when you've got that kind of money that you can work with, and Mary Kay pays us. That's where we're paid the highest. For sure. Yeah. Make sure that your family understands what you're doing. They need to see the money. If you have someone in your life who isn't overly supportive, let them make the bank deposits for you. Mm-hmm. There is nothing like walking in your house from a party and throwing him sales tickets worth of $500 or more.
When you have expenses, do you also track them on that sheet too? So like when you place a product order, are you totaling those amounts and then once you place a product order?
Yes.
Like, so you use that sheet to do that as well?
Yeah. So you have this column that you total it down.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you do that, you split it out, and you total it down.
Yeah.
And
So
then you can do a reason. Yeah. For under reason there,
Okay.
you can say, retreat registration. Mm-hmm. Right? And so you write retreat registration, go over here, minus it out right there.
Great. I was worried I might have been over.
No, exactly right. You treat it just like you would a checkbook register. You put your deposits and your withdrawals in there.
It's your brain.
Uh-huh. Yep. Yep, that's exactly it. And I'm telling you, it'll keep you from going bankrupt is a thing. And you'll never be able to say, well, I couldn't do preferred customer program because I didn't have enough money. No, this is that column right there. You always know that's that 5% for that.
And it's really motivating if you force there's something coming up and you want to go to it. We have a way to make money. You go all the way back to your sales call. All right.
That's
So
right.
to get more in my sales tools column, I need to sell a little bit more today. What can I sell today? So
It's all. Yep, it's a product-driven business, guys. We need to, as Ashley always says, when you have a Mary Kay business, you have a built-in ATM in your house. You can make money. Yes, you can make money. You blow a tire on the way home tonight, Mary Kay can pay for it. You have something that generates income. This is our fun thing we do on the side that we actually can make money at. And, like some people we might live with who might have hobbies. I don't know what, let's say running might be a hobby. Oh, that's expensive. Hobbies are expensive. Hobbies cost money. Okay. And let me say this. If Mary Kay is indeed your hobby, and for many, many people it's okay. It's okay. You just have to understand, and the people in your life need to understand, it's what I love to do. Okay? Mary Kay is my hobby. You may not necessarily do it for the money. But know that if you want to go to fall retreat because you want to hang out with your girlfriends and career conference and seminar and all those things, that hobby that you have is costing you money. It's no different than the people in our life who have a hobby of fishing, hunting, running, crafts. Crafts. I mean,
Automobiles.
Yeah, automobiles, motorcycles. It costs money. The difference is with our hobby, we can turn that quickly and make money with ours. We can go from a hobby to, okay, and now I'm going to take my hobby serious. Okay. So bear that in mind too. All right. Okay.